everyone. Welcome to Bottoms Down, Chair Yoga for Everyone. I'm Carol. I'm so glad you've joined our community. Check out the Bottoms Down YouTube channel homepage for easy access to videos about the body area you want to work on, or the amount of time you have for your yoga practice today, or if you want to stay seated or stand more. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button. Don't forget it's free, and we'd love to hear from you, so leave a comment. In today's practice, we'll explore poses for energy, to move and energize our bodies. You'll only need a chair for today's class. And let's get started. So we're going to start by moving forward in our chair. And we're going to take just a moment to connect to that heart center. So just focusing in, letting go of everything outside of the room. Thinking about grounding your feet to the earth, so we want to have those feet equally weighted and both feet connected to the earth. Same thing with those sits bones. So we're equally weighted on that chair. Let's close our eyes. Flip your palms up to the ceiling and connect to your breath. Just feeling your natural inhalation and exhalation. Now we're going to move that breath down into the diaphragm. So as you inhale, we're filling the lungs from the bottom up. Your belly will extend. And then as you exhale, you're actively pulling the belly button in towards the spine as you push the air up and out of the lungs. So do that a few times. And breathe normally. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath here. Bring your hands back down to your thighs and open your eyes. We're just going to look over that right shoulder. And then let's look center. And we're going to look over that left shoulder. And look center. Let's do that one more time. See if you can look a little bit further over that shoulder. Keep the hips forward. The legs are forward. Only thing moving is that neck. And then we're going to look center. And let's do that one more time on the other side. Just a little stretch for that neck, right? And face forward. Moving into mountain pose. Starting with our hands down by our side, spread those fingers nice and wide. Give those hands a little stretch there. All right, now release the fingers, and then we're going to come to goalpost arms. So we're squeezing our shoulder blades back behind us. Feel that stretch. Now we're going to take our fingertips to the ceiling, all right? So with your right hand, you're going to grab your left wrist and you're going to extend nice and tall towards the ceiling. And then we're going to lean our mountain. That should feel good. Nice little stretch for that side waist, right? All right, let's come up. Bring the hands down and we're going to do that whole series again. Ready? Here we go. Mountain pose. Spread those fingers. Release the fingers, goalpost arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades back behind you. Fingertips to the ceiling, extending our mountain pose. Now, our left hand is going to grab that right wrist and we're going to lengthen up first. Remember, stretching up to the ceiling first. Then we're going to lean our mountain. Feeling that sideways stretching. It should feel really, really good. Okay, back up we go. Bring those hands back down by your side. Very good. We're going to move into a seated twist. Now, you've got a couple of options for your legs. So the first position is you're just going to leave this leg right where it is and you're going to cross over. But if it feels okay, then you're going to bring this left leg and you're actually going to bring it up on top. Your choice, right? Either one is just fine. Now the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our left hand and place it on the inside of that knee. The other hand is going to go back to the chair, okay? So it's behind you on the seat of the chair. You're going to lengthen nice and long through the spine, pull this shoulder back, and then you're going to turn and look over that shoulder. So now this twist, we're not just looking, we're really twisting, turning right at the ribs. So we're looking over that back shoulder. So it's a little stretch for the side waist. You feel that? All right, now we're going to come forward and we're going to unravel. So remember, you can cross ankle to ankle if that feels better for you, or you're going to take this knee up on top. All right, so just taking a moment, see how that feels. Now we're going to take this hand and bring it on the inside of that knee. The other hand is going to come back by the chair. We're going to lengthen nice and long through our spine, pull that shoulder back, turn and look. So just super gentle here, feeling a little stretch through the center of the body, and then we're going to release that and unravel. Now we're going to do that one more time. All right, so the add-on here, so remember, you don't have to add on if you don't want to, but let's go ahead and cross that knee. We're going to bring this hand on the inside, opposite hand back, remember? Pull that shoulder back, turn and look, okay? So that is the open, so this is half Lord of the Fishes pose, and so this is kind of that open twist, that open seated twist. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take that right hand and place it on the outside of that knee, opposite hand to the chair, lengthen and twist. So this is that closed twist because this leg is on top. Doesn't really matter, it just feels a little different, gives you both sides of that twist, and then we're going to release it. And now we got to do the other side, right? Okay, so here we go. Remember, you can do ankle to ankle, or you're going to take that knee on top. So we're going to do the open version first. So we're going to take our right hand, place it on the inside of that knee. Opposite hand back by that chair, lengthen through the spine, pull that left shoulder back, then turn and look. Feeling that the action is happening right at the ribs. Do you feel that? So the legs and the hips do not move, it's just the ribs. Now we're going to face forward. This hand is going to come on the outside of that knee, opposite hand back, lengthen, pull that shoulder back, turn and look, and just hang out here and breathe. One more breath. Go ahead and face forward. Unravel your legs, and let's grab a sip of water. We're going to come to standing behind our chair. Now I'm going to turn my chair to the side so you can see me just a little bit better. But you're going to stay behind your chair, okay? So this is a quadruped variation. We've done quadruped in my classes before if you've been with me. If you haven't, don't worry about it, it's fine. I'll take us through the whole thing. But it's a little bit different from the version that we've done in the past because we're going to use the back of our chair instead of the seat of our chair. So let's step back just a little bit so your arms are kind of long, all right? Now, you're going to take your right arm and you're going to extend it out in front of you. The palm is facing in. The shoulder is down, right? So I'm not here. Bring that shoulder down. This hand stays on the chair. And then your left leg is going to step back. Okay? So this is a great variation of our traditional quadruped series. One more breath, and then we're going to bring the hand down and bring the foot up. And let's just go to the other side and kind of see how that feels. All right, so we're going to extend that left arm out and the right foot back. Toes are on the floor, belly is tight, hips are forward. Shoulders are down, breathing naturally, and then bring the hand down and bring the foot in. Okay, so now the first add-on is we're just simply going to lift the leg. Instead of having the toes on the floor, we're going to lift, okay? So it's working, your glutes are going to work, your hamstring's going to work, all right? Extending nice and long through the spine. Okay, so let's do that. Right arm, left leg, we've done this one before, get that sensation. Crown of the head stays towards the ceiling. Don't lean forward. Lift that foot up. Yeah. You feeling that, right? Quadricep is working hard. I said quadricep, I meant hamstring and glute. That's really what's working. I mean, the quad's engaged, but you don't feel it quite as much. You probably feel the quad more on the standing leg, don't you? All right, let's come center and let's go to the other side. So remember, belly is tight. Crown of the head lifts to the ceiling. I'm lifting that leg up. I'm working the back side of that leg. The hip is working hard. One more breath. Bring your hand down and lift. Okay. So the next thing we're going to do is, instead of keeping the head lifted, we're going to be, go ahead, let's do it together. Bring your right arm out. Bring that left leg back. You're on the toes. Now, as you lift that leg, I want you to extend over your chair. Do you see what's happening there? Now, those hips have to stay square. The hip of the leg that's in the air is the one that's going to want to hike up, but I don't want you to let that happen. Try to lift that leg up, extending that arm out. One more breath. Put the foot down. Bring the hand back to chair. And then we're going to do the other one. Here we go. Extending. Nice and long. I'm looking down. Keep the hips square. One more breath, and down we go. So now we're going to do a little flow with that, okay? The standing knee needs to stay straight. It's going to want to bend. Try to keep that leg straight. All right, are we ready? Whew, we're going to move through it, and we're going to breathe. So inhale to prepare. Exhale, extend. Inhale to prepare. Come center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come center. Exhale, extend. Inhale, come center. Exhale, extend. Last one, last side. Inhale to come center. Exhale, extend. And come center and release. How did that feel? I know, right? That one is a little bit challenging. It's really good for us. A little challenge is good. All right, so let's come to the right side of our chair, and we're going to do a little warrior series, a little different than maybe we've done much in the past, but it's a really good one. So the leg next to the back of the chair, that's the foot that's going to step under. Remember, if you bend that knee, you want the knee or the shin to touch. So that's how far you want that foot to be under. Now, this opposite leg is going to take a step back, and that foot is at that angle, right? So the heel is down and the foot's at an angle. Bring your hips forward and bend that front knee. Okay, so now our legs are set. The bottom of the body is set, and we're going to stay here, and we're going to do a little bit with our arms, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is come up to goalpost arms. Now, we're going to bring our forearms towards one another, and then we're going to open. Remember, keeping this part of the arm parallel to the mat, okay? So forearms together and open. Forearms together and open. One more. Forearms together and open. Now, we're going to take those palms up to the ceiling, keep the elbows bent, and back down we go. Let's do that again. The elbows stay bent, the hands come towards the ceiling, belly stays tight. Don't lose that core work here. Belly tight, lengthen through that tailbone, lean those arms up, and down we have one more. Shoulders are staying down. Back down we go. Grab that chair. Okay, we got one final thing. One final thing. And then we're going to the other side. Are you feeling it, right? Feeling a little stretch here. All right, bring those elbows into the side. And they're going to stay by your side. Palms are facing up. Now you're going to cross one arm on top of the other right in the midline of the body. You see that? And then we're going to open. Let's do that again. Cross and open. Cross and open. Again. Cross and open. Cross and open. Last time. One arm is on top, open, then the other arm is on top, open, and release. How did that feel? I know, it was a lot, right? So we're standing. Let's go ahead and come to the other side while I talk. So that bottom of the body didn't get to move at all, and that begins to create some heat, didn't it? At least in my body it did. And then we did all this stuff with our arms. Okay, so remember, the leg next to the back of the chair, that's the one that we're gonna bring, the foot is underneath, bend that knee, opposite leg steps back, bring those hips around, bend that front knee. Okay, so go post arms. So here we are in a beautiful, kind of a warrior one, really, a little bit, just different arms. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna bring those forearms together, and then we're gonna open. Bring those forearms together, and open. Remember, don't lose your abdominals. Bring those forearms together, stand down that back leg, lifting up through the heart, and close, and open. Okay, are we ready now? Arms are gonna come up over our head and back down. Up over the head and back down. Up and down. One more. Up and down. Okay, are we ready? Bring those elbows in, palms are facing up. One arm on top of the other, doesn't matter. Cross the midline of the body and open. Other arm on top, open. Again. Again. Close and open. Switch sides and open. Last one. Oh my goodness. And release. How did that feel? My legs, right? Your legs tired? We're fixing to do something for those legs again. Fixing to. Did you hear that? That's my Texas coming out. We're fixing to. All right. We're on the right side of that chair. Now, so what we're going to do, this is a lunge series, and it's going to be a little bit of work for our balance. So what I'd like for you to do is just take a little step back, because what's going to happen is we're going to take a step forward in lunge. So I want you to have the chair there for you if you need it, but we're going to try not to use that chair, okay? And then we'll step back and we'll lunge and we'll bring those feet together, okay? So I'm going to move a little bit forward just to give myself a little bit more room, but make sure you've got that chair where it's going to feel comfortable for you. So we're going to start with that right leg, and I'm not going to hold my chair, but you feel free to hold. All right, I'm going to bring my hands to heart. I'm going to step forward and lunge, and then that same foot, it steps back and my feet are together. Now the same leg is going to step back and you're going to lunge and your feet are together. Now watch that lunge, the same leg. Step forward, that knee goes straight down, right? This knee's behind those front toes, feet together, belly tight. Step back and lunge and feet together. Okay, so now we're going to do a little add-on. So instead of our feet coming together, we're going to just do a toe tap. Okay, let's do it. Step forward, lunge, toe tap. Step back, lunge, toe tap. Again, forward, lunge, toe tap. Back, lunge, toe tap. Okay, now that knee's going to come up. So instead of a toe tap, it's going to be a knee lift. Are we ready? Step forward, lunge, knee lift. There's that balance. Step back, lunge, knee lift. Forward, lunge, knee lift. Back, lunge, knee lift. We have one more. We've got this. Forward, lunge, knee lift. Back, lunge, knee lift. Hold. Can you hold it? Just a couple more breaths. Last breath. And down we go. Yay! Let's do the other side. So remember, get set up wherever you want so that you've got that chair, the back of that chair set for you. Okay, are we ready? Now do the other leg. You don't want to do the same leg. Ready? Here we go. Step forward, lunge. Make sure the knee's behind the toes, this knee straight down, feet together. Same leg, step back, lunge, feet together. Again. Are we ready for the toe tap? Here we go. Forward, lunge, toe tap. Back, lunge, toe tap. Forward, lunge, toe tap. Same leg. All right, are we ready for the knee lift? Forward, lunge, knee lift. Back, lunge, knee lift. Forward, lunge, knee lift. Back, lunge, knee lift. Last time. Forward, lunge, knee lift. Back, lunge, knee lift, hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. See how I put my toe down, but I got right back in, right? So any balance pose, go ahead and have a seat. When you fall out of it, which we all do at times, we get right back into it. Very, very good. Let's grab a sip of water. So our next pose is a chair pose variation. So I want you to bring your feet back towards, so you've got that 90-degree angle and you can press down on those feet. You're going to hold on to the thighs. We're going to take a deep breath in and we're going to press up into standing. And then we're going to sit back down. And we're going to do that again. Press up into standing. And we're going to sit back down. Again, press up into standing. And sit back down. Press up. Press down. Press up. Down. 2 more. Press it up. How's that feeling, right? Are you feeling a little heat building in those legs? I know, right? Press it up. And have a seat. Okay, so in chair pose, normally our knees would be bent, and we're just going to go ahead, we're just coming all the way up instead of having those knees bent. So that's why I'm calling it the variation. Okay, hands to heart. Remember, you can have your hands on thighs. It's okay. Let's take a deep breath in, and as we exhale, up we go. And down we go. Inhale to prepare. Press it up. Inhale down. Ready? Exhale, press it up. I know, right? I feel it too. And down. Let's do it again. Press it up. Down. Can we do 2 more? I feel it too. Last one. Now stand, stay standing. I should have given you a little cue on that one, shouldn't I, ahead of time? Sorry. All right. If you sat back down, go ahead and come back up to standing. And we're going to come behind our chair. How'd that feel? You got a little quadruped going, don't you? I felt it too. Okay, so you're behind your chair and you've just got your hands resting lightly on the back of that chair. And what we're going to do is we're going to lift up onto those tippy toes. Okay, so the heels are up. Now let's put those heels down and let's lift up the toes. So it's just a little rocking motion. Let's do that again. Up, down, lift the toes, and down. Again, up, lift the toes. Last time, heels up, down, toes up, and down. Very, very good. So now we're going to move into horse pose. We'll heel, toe, the feet wide, okay? Now, we're going to bend our knees, shoot your hips back. You're still holding onto that chair, all right? Now we're going to lift the toes, lift the toes. So let's lift onto the toes of that right foot, okay? And then we're going to put it down. And then let's do the other side. Lift and down. Again, lift and down. Other heel and down. One more. Lift, put the heel down, lift the other heel, put it down, straighten the legs, and let's go ahead and heel toe those feet back together and take just a moment. Okay, so we're going to do the exact same thing. This time we're going to let go of the chair, and we're going to bring our arms up at goalpost. So it's a little balance work, and we're still lifting our heel and putting the heel down. So just kind of whatever feels good for you. If that feels okay, then do it. If you got the chair right here, so you can just keep grabbing onto that chair if you need to. Okay? All right. So here we go. We're going to heel, toe, heel, toe. Now you want the knees in alignment with the toes, and you want those toes at a diagonal. All right? Bend the knees, shoot the hips back. Now look down and make sure the knee is behind the toes, so we don't want the knees to come in front of the toes. So they need to be behind, which means you need to be pushing those hips back. All right, are we ready? We're going to try releasing the chair, come to goalpost arms. All right, let's start with the left heel. We're going to lift that heel up. I'm up on those tippy toes. Put the heel down. Let's do it on the other side. Lift and down. Again, lift, down, lift, down. Again, lift, down, lift, down. Last time, lift, down, lift, down. Go ahead and come in and take a break. Now the final thing we're going to add on, as we lift our heel, we're going to, instead of staying here, we're going to bring the arms up. So the heel will lift and the arms will come up and then down and then up and down. So anytime we're doing balance and we're moving, it's dynamic balance and it's challenging. So, if it works, great. You want to hold on to that chair, that's okay too. All right, are we ready? This is it, last one. Heel, toe, knees are in alignment with the feet. Shoot the hips back, bending those knees. Make sure the knees are behind the toes. So get the form correct before we start. All right, goalpost arms. Now I'm going to lift my right heel and I'll bring my arms up and down and switch it up and down again. Up and down, up, down again. Last one. All right, grab the chair. Heel toe those feet back in together. How did that feel? Take just a moment. Okay, very good. So for the next pose, it's downward facing dog. It's a little variation of our down dog. I want you to stay behind your chair. I'm going to turn my chair so you can see me just a little bit better. And I knocked my water over. So I'm just turning my chair so you can see me a little bit better. You're behind your chair. Now, I want you to step back so that your arms are nice and long, all right? Pull that belly in super tight, and we're going to begin to let that heart fall forward, all right? So this is a variation of downward dog. It almost feels a little bit more like a forward fold, to be totally honest, but this is the position that we're going to be in, okay? Now, I want you to bring your heart forward. And then I want you to shoot your hips back. So it's a little bit of a movement, like an accordion almost. Bring your heart forward. Shoot your hips back. Let's do that again. Bring the heart forward. Shoot the hips back. Last time. Bring the heart forward. Shoot the hips back. Go ahead and come up into a standing position. So what I want you to be feeling in this one is kind of that extension and that release, and that extension and release. So I call it sometimes feeling like you're putting space between each and every vertebra. So I want you to feel that lengthening and then release, and that lengthening and release. We're going to do that one more time, okay? So I'm going to hinge forward. I've got my hands on my chair. My arms are long. I'm going to move back just a little bit more. I think I've got that availability in my body. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to let my heart fall forward. All right, are we ready? Let's go ahead and bring the head forward towards the chair. And then I'm going to push my hips back. Feel that stretch in that spine. Oh, this is better. Having a little more length is better for me. So think about that if you want to step back away from your chair a little more. Okay, let's come forward. Push those hips back. Head comes forward. Push those hips back. Let's do that 2 more times. Head comes forward. Nice stretch for that spine, right? You feel it? Back we go. Last one. Forward. Push it back. Now you're going to bend the knees, and then you're just going to roll up into a standing position. I like that one. It's just a little different from our traditional downward facing dog, and I thought that one was kind of nice. All right, we're going to come to seated. And grab a sip of water. We're going to bend our arms, bend your elbows, have the elbows in towards the side of the waist, and the palms are facing up. Okay? So we're going to bring our hands in front, and then we're going to bring them out to the side. And then we're going to bring them in, and we're going to bring them out. Let's do that 2 more times. So the elbows stay in near the waist. The elbows are not moving. It's just those shoulders. All right. Now we're going to add a knee lift, okay? So as your arms are out, you're going to lift a knee, and then you're going to put the knee down and bring the arms in. And the other side. And in. Lift that knee, and in. Again. Good. Now not leaning back. Crown of the head stays up to the ceiling. Use your abdominals and quads. Lift. 1 more on each side. And release. Okay, really good. So we're going to do a malasana garland pose variation today. So we're going to move a little bit forward in our chair. And so instead of leaning over like if you've done malasana with me before, you'll know we'll be leaning forward. But this time we're going to stay seated upright. So leave your crown of the head to the ceiling. Now we're going to straighten our arms, and I want you to bring the palms of the hands facing one another so the backs of the palms are on the inside of those thighs. Now I want you to engage your knees, press in, and I want you to engage your arms and press those hands out. And let's release it. So let's do that again. It's an isometric stretch here. Press it out. And release. You should be feeling a lot of work on those arms. Let's do it 1 more time. And release. Now the hands are going to go on the outside of the legs. So you're going to be pressing the legs out and the arms in. Let's do it. Press it. And release. So this is you get out of it what you put in, right? And release. Let's do that 2 more times. And 1 more time. And release. Very good. So the next series is a little bit of memory work. So I'm going to cue through it. We're going to be moving and twisting our arms and doing some things, and I'll cue it at first. And then I'm going to stop cueing it, and let's see if we can do it with just from our memory. Okay? So let's extend our arms out. Now we're going to twist our arms 4 times. Okay? So it's twist, 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 twist. Now you're going to bring the arms down and up. And then we're going to do it 2 times. Twist and twist. And down and up. 2 times again. Twist and twist. Now hands overhead and out for 4. 4, 3, 2, 1. Down and up. 2, 1. Down and up. 2, 1. Overhead. Again. 4. Down and up. 2. Down and up. 2. Overhead. 4. and release. How'd you do? Did you remember the series? Just a little memory work there. All right, very good. So we're going to heel toe our feet a little bit wide. Doesn't have to be super wide, just a little bit wide. And then we're going to drop one knee towards the floor. I don't know, you see how I'm kind of twisting a little bit? And then I'm going to come up, and then I'm going to twist the other side. So it's a little bit like a crescent lunge, and then up. So that knee comes down just a little, and then up, and then this knee comes down. You see what's happening there? And then up. Let's do that again. And up. Last time. And up. Very good. Go ahead and bring those legs in and take just a little break. Okay. So now we've done a little bit with those legs. We're going to do a little bit now for the shoulders. So we're going to do a heel toe and a heel toe, right? Don't have to be too wide, just whatever feels comfortable for you. Now, we're going to take this right shoulder and we're going to let it dip. It's not a huge dip, so I'm not trying to get it down the way we've done in other classes. This is a little bit different, so it's just a little bit of a dip. And then come up. And then let's do the other side. Just kind of see how that feels, right? So you see what I'm doing there? It's just a little dip of that shoulder. And then up. Okay. So now the only add-on here, we're going to let that shoulder fall down. Then I want you to shrug your shoulder up into the ear. Feel it? It's a little different, right? And down. Okay. Let's release that. Let's do the other side. Dip. Shrug. Hold. Release. And up. Let's do it again. Dip, shrug, release, and lift. Other side. Dip, shrug, release, and up. Very good. Okay, heel toe those feet back together. Extend your right leg out in front of you. Toes are up to the ceiling. Pyramid pose. We're going to lengthen nice and long through our spine. Hold on to those thighs. Let the heart fall forward. Keep the back flat. Look beyond your toes. Feel the hamstring stretch. And lift it up. Let's do that again. Lengthen and hinge. Now, you want to keep the legs straight, right? So our tendency is wanting to bend the knee so we can get our heart closer to the thigh. The minute you bend that knee, you're minimizing the stretch that's happening in the hamstring. So we want to keep the legs straight, okay? Doesn't matter how far the heart comes down. Makes absolutely no difference. Keeping the legs straight, though, makes a big difference. All right, let's come up and do the other side. So extending that other leg long, toes to the ceiling, lengthen. Now keep the back flat, look beyond your toes. Feel that stretch in the back side of that leg. Tuck the chin and roll it up, and we're going to do that one more time. Extend and hinge. Tuck the chin and roll it up. Okay, so getting ready for pigeon pose. So let's take this ankle, place it on that leg. So it's in front of the knee there. And this could be your version of pigeon pose, and this is what you want to do. Absolutely fine. If you want just a little bit more, oh, you know what I didn't say is if you wanted to cross ankle to ankle, that's absolutely fine too, right? So crossing ankle to ankle is fine, or you can bring that ankle up in front of that knee. Okay, so now if you want more, you're going to lengthen through the spine and let the heart fall forward. Even if you have ankle to ankle, doing this version, you'll feel a little more stretch. So what are we stretching? Right back here. You feel that? I do. Okay, tuck the chin, roll it up, and we're going to do that one more time. Nice and long through the spine. Keep the back flat, looking beyond, out, right? And roll it up. Okay, let's switch sides. So remember, ankle to ankle is fine, or ankle to knee. Just hang out here for a couple of moments, couple of breaths, kind of letting that hip feel what we're trying to get it to do. Now, lengthening through the spine, letting that heart fall forward. Oh, yeah. There's that hip glute area. Tuck the chin and roll it up. And let's do that one more time. Lengthen nice and long through the spine and let that heart fall forward. ready for Savasana pose. We're going to sit back in our chair. Hands are going to rest lightly on the thighs. Lift those palms up. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in. And a full breath out.
Live with excellence. Whatever your objective may be, embed excellence in that objective. Anything you set out to do, seek to do it with excellence. Excellence demands no less than the best you can give. That in itself is more than enough reason to put excellence into every effort. Yet the benefits of excellence go further. Excellence sets new standards, gives birth to ideas never before imagined, pushes past what was once considered impossible. Get yourself around excellence in art, technology, architecture, business practices, thoughts, performances, presentations. Ignite and sustain your own capacity for excellence by immersing yourself in diverse manifestations of excellence. Be eager to do the difficult, challenging work that excellence demands. Allow an attitude of excellence to shine its positive, transformative light on every aspect of your world. Give your miraculous excellence the respect and appreciation it so thoroughly deserves in work and play, in thought and deed. Live with excellence.
Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head just a gentle tug. Release it. Drop the left ear towards the left shoulder. Reach up with the left hand. Give the head a gentle tug, pressing that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open the mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to heart. Honoring one another, we say Namaste. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Click on that subscribe button, leave me a comment, and I will see you next time.